Underlying pigments. Hair colour is determined by varying amounts of pigments called melanin. Our hair is coloured by natural pigments embedded in the cortex. There are two types of melanin, and the distribution of these pigments produces different hair colours which are genetically determined. When we artificially lighten hair, these underlying pigments become more visual. Understanding the colour of the pigment at your target shade will help you in your colour selection to ensure you correctly neutralise, subdue or enhance your colour selection. The natural melanin found in our hair are eumelanin and pheomelanin. Eumelanin is also known as granular pigment. There are two types of this pigment, and it can present as brown and black. This is a dark pigment that is dominant in black and brown hair. A small amount of brown eumelanin will be found in lighter shades of blonde. Eumelanin is easily removed, lightened from the hair, exposing the pheomelanin pigments. Pheomelanin, known as diffuse pigment, can appear as red, orange or yellow depending on its size. Pheomelanin is difficult to remove from the hair and is mainly responsible for the underlying tones in our hair, and understanding this pigment and its distribution is crucial in understanding the levels of lightening. Starting with a 0.0 black, we have an underlying pigment of red. This pigment continues to be the dominant pigment in 2.0 very dark brown and 3.0 dark brown. At a 4.0 medium brown, we have an underlying pigment of red-orange. A 5.0 light brown has an orange-red underlying pigment. 6.0 dark blonde, the underlying pigment we see here is an orange tone. 7.0 medium blonde shows an orange-yellow pigment. 8.0 light blonde, we can see a yellow underlying tone. 9.0 very light blonde, we will find a pale yellow shade. And at 10.0 extra light blonde, the underlying pigment we will see here is palest yellow. If we look at the underlying pigments and their opposing colour on the colour wheel, you will be able to correctly select the neutralising shade for that colour. Natural depth levels 1 to 3 all have an underlying pigment of red. Directly opposite red, we have green. When lightening these levels, we will select a colour from the green selection of our colour wheel. Red-orange is opposite a green-blue section of our colour wheel. Orange-red is opposite blue-green. Orange is opposing to blue. Orange-yellow has an opposite shade of blue-violet. And the depths 8 to 10 all have a yellow underlying pigment which gets paler in the tone as the depth lightens. Violet is the opposite shade to yellow. Understanding our underlying pigments and how we can use our colour star to help us determine whether a shade will help us enhance or neutralise our tones is the first foundation for successful colouring.